Welcome to Python programming tutorial. Today we'll be covering the following topics, which include conditional statements, break, continue and pass. Conditional statements we'll be discussing about if, else if and elif. So let's begin with conditional statements. So the first one we have is if statement. Syntax for if statement is if condition, then we write all the statements under it. So let's create a program where we find out whether a number is an even number or an odd number. So for a number to be even, we need that the remainder, when we divide something from 2, the remainder should be 0. So let's form a program for that. Let's take an integer n, which is int, and we ask the user okay. So this is the condition that I'm writing. If the remainder of n from 2 is 0, is equal to 0, then print number is even. Now let's see if this will give us an answer, because we are not mentioning what our else condition is, and we've given the number an odd number 7. It will not, because it is asking us for another number that is even. Now let's print this program again from the scratch using an even number, and then we will use if else statement. The number is even because we've given just one statement. Now let's see if we use else as well. So again we will write the same program, and we will give 98 a bigger number, so 99, and then we give our condition print even. Then we will give another condition, else print odd. Now let's see what it is. So it's given us odd, because we've mentioned what will be our other condition. Here we just mentioned that if it is even, it will print number is even, but did we give a condition for odd? No, we did not. So in else case we give the condition for odd as well. So if the number is divisible by 0 completely, it is an even number. If it's not, then it is odd, and we gave the number as 99, hence it is odd. So here we complete if and also if else. Now when we just do not have two conditions to check whether they are true or false, but we might have 3. For example, finding out greater number out of 3 numbers. So let's create a program for that as well. So let's take a number A has 8, B as 9 and C as 3. Alright, now let's create the statement. If A is greater than B and A is also greater than C. If A is greater than both the numbers, then A is the greater one. So let's write. Now here let's see the different operators that we are using. Here can you see the comparison that we are making, and can you see the logic that we are using? So our comparison operator and our logical operator. Print, let's write small statements A. Alright, then if B is greater than A and B is also greater than C, then print B. And the last one, else. We don't have to mention that C is greater than A and C is greater than B. Here else is the obvious third condition, and we just directly write print C. Alright, so we've created A is greater than B and C, B is greater than A and C, and last else condition C. And also mind you, I am indenting whenever I am entering inside my loop every time. Alright, so let's see what it gives us. So the answer it gives us as B, because A was 8, B was 9 and C was 3. So out of all the three numbers, the greater one is B, and we got the correct answer. Now moving on to break, continue and pass. Break is used when you want to bring the program control out of the current loop. If I'm using multiple if statements or multiple for and in between for and if I'm nesting it, so if I want to bring the program control out of a particular loop and move on to the next one, I will be using break. Continue, it is used to stop the current loop and continue with the next one. So when I do not want that the coming loop should be the one that should be executed instead of the one I am in, so I will use continue. And pass is used to keep a loop empty. Since you cannot keep your loops empty in Python, but if you still have to, then you can use pass, so in order to bypass the entire loop. So these three are break, continue and pass methods that we will be discussing in detail once we start with our data structures. That is when I create list and apply some of the operations on list, or if I create a string and so on. So once that is the next video that we'll be doing, where I will be telling you in detail about list, tuple, dictionary, set, and then moving on to the details of it, the operations, and we will then apply these break, continue and pass statements. And this is it for today. Thank you for watching.